Hey everybody, we're going to do the review of 206 to 209 in your Grammar and Composition 4 book right there. So please turn to 206 and let's begin. All right, we've already gone through everything and we've done the first one. So let's move on and do the second one. We're supposed to underline each pronoun and above each pronoun identify its kind, right? A for personal, B for interrogative, C for demonstrative, D for indefinite, E for compound, and F for relative. All right? Well, let's first underline the pronouns that we see. Well, we've got those, we've got who, and themselves. Okay, so those, when I'm talking about those books back there, I'm demonstrating the books. I want to show you where they are, those books. Which ones? The ones I'm pointing to, those books. So that's a demonstrative pronoun, which would be C. It's hard to tell. That's a C, isn't it? There. Who helped themselves? Okay. Who helped themselves is a clause. Subject, verb, direct object. So who is a relative pronoun that introduces a clause. So let's do an F there. And then themselves is a compound pronoun because of the word selves in it. It's two words, themselves. So that would be a E. All right, next. For many are called, but few are chosen. Okay, so many and few. All right, let's look. Many, right there. Few, right there. Those are both indefinite pronouns. Indefinite is D. Okay. Who was it that asked Miss Sanders to buy this for the French Club? There are four in this one. Who was it that asked Miss Sanders to buy this for the French Club? Oh, that as well. Okay. Well, who is the interrogative. See that? Because it's asking a question, it introduces a question. So that one, interrogative, is supposed to be B. It is a personal pronoun. That should be A. That asked Miss Sanders is a clause. So that one should be a relative pronoun, F. This is demonstrative. We're saying we're buying this, like who's buying this for the French Club? Right there, this. I'm demonstrating the thing that I want you to refer to. So that's demonstrative C. All right. Next, let me just check that to make sure. B-A-F-C, yes. Okay. For here have we no continuing city, but we seek one to come. Okay. So here, we won. Actually, here is wrong. Here's actually I was thinking it's demonstrative in nature, but it's actually a noun, so it's a location. Okay, so anyway, we won. Well, we have no continuing city. We seek one. That's a personal pronoun, so both of those we's are A. And then one should be indefinite. Each, either, neither, one. So indefinites are D for indefinite. Which of the disciples did Andrew himself bring to Christ? Well, which should be relative. I'll check it. Himself should be compound, which I think is E, yeah. Oh, no, it's not relative. Look at that. That question mark means that which is interrogative. I'm glad I checked it. Someone must take these to the post office. If no one else can, perhaps I should. Okay, so we got someone, these, no one, I. All right, so someone is indefinite, I would think. Someone, yep. So that's D. Oh, I just wrote a B. I'm not dyslexic, I promise. Okay, so there's D. These is demonstrative. So that should be C. No one, indefinite. I is personal. D, C, D, A. Yep, okay. He serves all who dares to be true. He serves, I think all probably, who dares, probably relative pronoun there, yeah. So we've got he is A, because that's personal pronoun he right there. All is indefinite. See, all, some, many, none, almost. That would be D. Who is relative. Since it's not a question, then we know it's got to be relative. That's ADF. ADF, yep. Okay. Which of the books that she brought would you like to read? Which of the books that she brought would you like to read? Well, actually, that she brought is a clause also. So I think, yeah, that's right. So we've got which is a question. See that question mark? So that's interrogative. That's a B. That is relative. That she brought. So that's an F. Oh no, that is. I don't know why I put it there. That's the word the. There's not even a pronoun there. She brought. She is personal. That's A. You is personal. Right there. That's A. So that should be BFAA. Yep. Okay, and then it is he that hath made us and not we ourselves. Oh, wow, this is a lot. It is he that hath made us and not we ourselves. Goodness gracious, there's a lot in that one. Okay, it is personal. See that? That's A. He is personal. A. That hath made us. That relative. F. Us is personal. A. We is personal. A. Ourselves is compound. E. All right. That's a lot of work. Let's go to the page 207. Well, that's all teaching on 207. No, it's not. There's exercise A right here. We already did the first one. We're supposed to cross out each incorrect form in the parentheses, okay? Well, remember, this whole page is talking about singular and plural, which we call its number, And then it's talking about its gender as well, I believe. Is that right? Now this is all number. This is all singular and plural. So we should just have singular and plural issues here. Neither of the classes, neither, each, either, neither, one, everyone, everybody, no one, nobody, anyone, anybody, someone, somebody. There's neither. That is singular. So it's like saying he has. So we got to cross out have. Okay. Okay. Few of the pioneers was or were able to afford fancy clothes or elaborate furniture. Few, that's an indefinite pronoun. Few, both few, several, many, those are always plural. So they were, so we cross out was. All of the reserve money, all either was or were spent for building improvements. Okay. Either singular or plural, some, any, none, all, and most. So all can be either one. So we have to look at the rule here. All of the land was cultivated, because land is one thing, that means singular. All of the seeds were, seeds are plural. So we have to look at the word in the prepositional phrase that follows. All of the reserve money, money was. Money is singular, was. So cross out were. Yes. Okay. One of his poems was or were published when he was only 13. Well, that's the pronoun. It is indefinite. So let's look at our list. Each, either, neither, one, that's singular. He was, so we cross out were. I use he for singular just because it's easy for me to tell which one is which. You can do however you like. But so both of these authors, well, that one we know, both is always plural because you're talking about two people at the same time. So both, they have, so cross out has. One of his reasons for not running for office was or were the changes in the nominating procedures. Well, one is the pronoun. We already knew from before that one is singular. So one, he was. So get rid of were. One was the changes. Okay. Everyone planning to attend the seminar has or have to pay registration fee. Everyone, again, everyone, everybody, no one, nobody, anyone, anybody, someone, somebody is singular. Everyone, he has. Get rid of have. Doesn't or don't it make a difference to you which pattern we choose? Well, so this one, you don't even have to really, I mean, it's right here in rule 4. We don't say don't, we say doesn't. Because don't, let's see. Doesn't, isn't, and wasn't are singular and must be used with singular subjects. Don't, aren't, and weren't are plural, must be used with plural subjects. Use don't with the pronouns I and you. So, doesn't it is singular, make a difference. So, get rid of don't. Doesn't is singular, don't is plural. So, doesn't it. All right, and then the last one, Granddad wasn't or weren't you there at the Lakehurst, New Jersey when the Hindenburg burnt? Okay, so you is the pronoun. Were there. Were you just kind of ignore the NT because that's an adverb. That's the word not. It's short for, and not is not a verb, so it's an adverb. You just ignore it and you look at the were part. Is it you was there or you were there? Well, it's you were there, so we get rid of wasn't. Okay. You don't have to do exercise B. So let's turn to 208. Now this one, if you remember, is all rules and teaching. There's no exercises on there. So 209, we got 3 quick exercises here. All right. We've already done number 1, so let's look at the directions. Underline the antecedents. In each blank, write a pronoun that agrees with its antecedent in number. We're talking about singular and plural here. So we did this one. Both Addison and Steele contributed. Well, that's plural, both. Their, T-H-E-I-R. Most great men have not sought leadership for themselves. Themselves is plural, men is plural. Galileo openly expressed his because he's one person, that's singular. Most of the states produce at least some of their own dairy products. Is that right? Most, some, any, none, all, and most. Those are plural. Some, any, none, all, most. Well, they can be either singular or plural. So let's see. We've got to look at the preposition that follows. Some of the states. States is plural. So there is the word. We need a plural verb. Each of the classes elects either his or their or its officers. What do you think? Well, it's because it is not, a class is not a person. So it, and it's not apostrophe because it's apostrophe is reserved for the contraction it is. This is possessive. Each of the classes elects its. Singular, singular. Wordsworth and Coleridge published their famous book, right? Yep. Because actually I need there. Their famous book, Lyrical Ballads, because there's 2 people, so you need to have a plural verb or a plural pronoun. Here is a book which increases its effectiveness by using illustrations. It's a single book, one book. It's singular. Few, that's plural still, few of the immigrants could sell their homes for a reasonable amount. It's few is still more than one. If it was one, you'd say one of the immigrants. Either of these pieces of property will double its value. Because you're not talking about both, you're talking about only one of the 2. Either this one or that one, you're still dealing with one each time. And, you know, also, each, either, neither, one is singular, right? So we know each. Each either is singular just because the rule said it is. So underline that, underline that. There, okay, we've done that exercise. Any teacher should want, okay, in each blank, write a pronoun that agrees with its antecedent in gender. Okay, so it's got to be either male, female, or neuter. And if it's indistinguishable, if it's a mixture of male and female, you use the masculine. Excuse me. Any teacher wants, well, it could be male or female, so we're going to say his. Any teacher should want his pupils. The old home which we purchased had its own carriage. It's one home. It does not have sex. The flamingo lays its eggs or her eggs, because only girl flamingos lay eggs. Our gardener gave mother a description of his plans for the south lawn. One gardener, his, we don't know if it's a male or a female, so we just say his. Professor Wilson's wife, a scholar in her own right, because wife is a female, devoted most of her time to her husband and family. Okay. And then now exercise C. Everybody should bring their own protractor, compass, and straight edge. Each, either, neither, one. Anyone, anybody. Right? Each, either, neither, one. Everyone, everybody. No one, no one. Nobody. Anyone, anybody. Someone, somebody. So everyone, everybody. That's singular. So cross out each pronoun that does not agree. Well, does this one agree? Everybody should bring their. Oh, that's supposed to be singular, so their is wrong. It should be his, because we don't know if we're talking about male or female, so we just go by his, okay? None is the pronoun of the gentlemen have given their word. That is correct. And I need to just keep this page out because I keep referring back to it. Let's see. Indefinite pronoun none can be either or. Did you see that? None is indefinite and can be either singular or plural. So you have to look at the prepositional phrase that follows. Gentleman is plural, so there should be plural, and it is. Many nuns left there because many means more than one, so you have to have a plural. And then after Luther began to publish his ideas. But that's right, because Luther is one person. Executed during the reign of Mary I, neither Latimer nor Ridley feared living his life for his principles. We're talking, neither is singular. So either him, neither him, nor him, his, that's all correct. A spider spins his web. So spider is one spider, just one. His web. Well, we don't know whether the spider is a boy or a girl, so we make it its. The only time we give gender to an animal is if we know for sure. To catch its prey. Several of the early Christian women gave of her time. So remember, we're dealing with, it's actually, women tells us that is what the gender is. I mean, several. Anyway, women is what we're looking at. Women are always female, so her, yes, but there's more than one, so it should be their time. It's the wrong form of there. I can't believe I did that. T-H-E-I-R. Okay, because there's more than one woman when you're dealing with several. Okay. The mare, remember, a mare is a female horse, and its colt, that should be her colt, because we know for sure that it's a girl. Neither Mr. Goshen nor his two colleagues will present his opinions. Well, look, we know Mr. Gooden is a man, but we don't know about the colleagues. So, and the closest one of these to the pronoun is plural. It's also we don't know whether it's male and female or just male, so we're going to have to change it to there. Okay. And then any student who wishes to ask a question need only raise his hand. Any it can be either one. So some, any, none, all, and most. We have to look at the prepositional phrase that follows it, or what follows it. Any student. So in this case, there's not a prepositional phrase, but student is singular, right? His is singular. His represents male and female when you don't know the difference. That one's correct. Okay, so that's the last answer. So to prove that you've done this in its entirety and you got to the end, I would like for you to please underline left of the number on your page right there. And that's how I know you got to the end. Upload these photos for me, and I'll give you a grade for them. Thank you. Have a great day. Miss you.